Hi, welcome to Coffee Angel Crafts. I'm Lynette and this is my channel, and today I decided to do a different kind of craft. I'm doing a cornstarch clay. Look at how cute these little cookies turned out using the cornstarch clay. And it's an air dry clay and it's great for molding. As you can see, look how cute those are. And this is our one to win this week. So come along, let's join in the fun and learn how to do this fun, unique craft. Thank you. Hi, okay, today we are going to do air dry clay. Whoop. I'm so clumsy today. But we'll start off with a cup and a half of cornstarch or corn flour, depending on where you're from. We'll just pour that right in there and have it all flip out on us. Love this stuff. And then we add, let's get that in there, a cup of just plain school glue. Or white glue. And we'll pour that right in here too. And that's 1 cup. Now, put the directions down in the description. Okay, then we want 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And it's just plain white vinegar. And we want a tablespoon of it. Okay, put that in there. Okay, and then we want a teaspoon of lotion, and I'm just using regular hand lotion. And we'll scoop that in there. Then we need a tablespoon of baby oil. And it doesn't have to be baby oil. I use baby oil, but it can be any kind of oil. I just like the baby oil because it has a scent. There, I said it. Okay, now I'm just gonna mix all of this up. And this takes a little while, so rather than having you guys watch me do this, I will come back when it's mixed. Okay, now I've got all the cornstarch and glue mixed, and it's still quite runny. So I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch and mix it in. And I'm going to keep doing this until it reaches a molding consistency, where it's not too hard to work with, but not so soft that it falls apart. So I'll just continue mixing this and adding cornstarch as needed, and I'll come back to you with what the product's supposed to look like when it's done. I have this so it's becoming more and more stiff, but it still isn't to the point of holding form. So can't stir it with this anymore. So I'll clean that off a bit. It's stuck like glue. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of cornstarch in my hand and just start kneading it like it's bread until it has a nice glossy sheen to it. Without a bunch of lumps. We want it nice and smooth, and it will pick up a sheen from being worked. Just work it like you would a bread dough. And so you can see it picking up a sheen already. So I'm going to finish kneading this, and when it's done I'll be right back. After your leftover clay has been in the refrigerator in an airtight bag, you want to recondition it. First, you just see how dry it is. If it's not too dry, you can just add some oil. To your hands. Otherwise, you might have to add some glue. And you just continue kneading it until it's workable texture again. I take it out and let it reach room temperature. It just makes it easier to recondition. Actually, this feels really good. Wipe up this oil that I dribbled. Put a little bit of cornstarch down. I'm going to roll it out to like 1/8 of an inch. A little bit more cornstarch down when it starts to stick. Okay, now that's rolled out, I want to turn it over, make sure we don't have any holes. I'm going to take my cookie cutter and put the center in it, dip it in cornstarch, and cut some cookies. Make some with little hearts in the center too. Okay, now we need to make the bottoms. So we just took the heart out of it. Now for another project, while I have this rolled out, I'm just going to make a couple of hearts A few extra flowers. We'll do a few stars too. We'll just get some shapes going on. Oops. Cut some diamonds. Do a few of those. And have a little circle. Do a few of those. And I have a triangle. We'll do a few of those. Let's do a few more hearts. Put a heart there. And I think one fits there. One right there. Yep. Okay. Now I'm just going to pick up what's left over, put it back in the sealed bag. And the extra cornstarch on there is not going to hurt, because next time we use it, we'll recondition it with either some glue or some oil, make it pliable again. That is the nice thing about this clay, is you can keep reconditioning it. Cornstarch when it's wet, oil when it's dry, and glue if it's crumbly. and then it's reconditioned. Then just keep playing with it until after it does what you want. You can mold with it, but once again, be careful with the size of moldings or sculptures that you do, because it will, remember, dry from the outside in, so you don't want it too much, or else it won't dry properly. It will start to crack or curl. So we'll let these dry and then I'll be back. Okay, now that our cookies are dry, I mixed to paint. I mixed Folk Art Metallic Inca Gold with Folk Art paint Yellow Ochre, and that's to get our bottom cookie color. And then I added some apple barrel Snow White to this color, and that's going to be our top cookie color. So we'll paint the bottom of this cookie. And make sure we get the edges. And we'll set that aside to dry. And we'll go to our cookie tops. And we'll take in this lighter color along with some white and just pull it around. And it does its self-highlighting. Make sure we get in here and the cutout edges. Get the outside edge. And just a little more and we're done here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and finish painting these up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now to put on the little dark edges, I'm going to use Enamel's Coffee Bean, if I can talk. And I'm just going to add 1 drop and then pull the cookie color into it. Just to make those little golden edges. My birds are trying to talk over me again. But with this, we want to do a dry brush technique, which means you put paint on your brush, and then you get as much out as you possibly can. Then you take your brush, and just bounce along the edges to give them a nice little golden color there. We do that to both the tops and the bottoms. And, whoop, I got a little close to the burner there. Then make sure you do it to the inside too, because that edge is going to be nice and golden brown also. And that's what your cookie's going to look like, almost. We're almost done. I'll come right back as soon as I get these done. Okay, for the inside, I'm using apple barrel colors of bright red. And I'm putting it right next to my white of the apple barrel Snow White. And then I'm going to add a little bit of apple barrel apricot. And if my vision comes to pass, it should look something like a strawberry jam. It's getting there. Needs a little bit more red in there. We'll just add like a drop or two. Of the bright red. Pull in some more of the apricot. A little bit more of the apricot. There we go. That looks more like strawberry jam. Less like watermelon jam. So what we're going to do is paint the inside of these. And the inside edge of these. So as they're put together, they will look like a little cookie. So I will continue doing these, and then when I'm done with these, I'll come back. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a bead of hot melt around. And put on a back. Into the back of that, we'll put a magnet. And there's the completed cookie. Wasn't that a lot of fun? I sure enjoyed bringing that to you today. And look at these cute little cookies. I think they're so cute. My husband kept saying, "Ooh, can I have a bite of one of those?" Yeah, go right ahead if that's what you want. He never did. But that's this week's one to win. It's a little magnet, and yeah, that's our one to win. And last week's was the apothecary jar with a cute little daffodil. And let's see who won the apothecary jar with kisses. Have all of our names in here. And it's Morgan's Happy Place. Congratulations, Morgan's Happy Place. Email me at coffeeangelcrafts@gmail.com and I can get this out to you. And we'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to enter by subscribing, liking, and making a comment. Please be a nice comment. But if you want to put a mean one there, I have to count that too. But make subscribe, comment, and please like. And we will put you in the jar to win this cute little cookie. And till next week, have a great one and keep having fun.